And continuing with that, I mean, there's nothing wrong. The game was fine. The introduction of the friends, they were needed for something like that. So I can see why they would put something like that. And Sonic and the Secret Rings, I'm not going to say it was the best game in the world, but hey, Sonic was the only playable character. I don't see why people are still fucking complaining. But, you know.
I mean, if you complain about something, complain about the fact he's the only playable character, if that's the case.
But then again, it goes back to the whole, oh, let's add friends again.
Yeah.
Thus, it's a never-ending cycle, and most of these Sonic fans don't know what they want.
That's the problem.
They don't know what they want.
So they just spout a bunch of rhetoric, and as a result, we who do know what we want suffer. Because there's more of them than there are of us, which is the problem.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, when it came to games like Shadow the Hedgehog, when it came to games like Sonic Riders, when it came to games like
I had hope for Shadow the Hedgehog when it came out.
Sonic Advance. When I played them, I was like, whatever. I wasn't expecting too much. I played them, and I enjoyed them for what they were. I had my complaints, but I kept the complaints minimal. As far as Shadow the Hedgehog, yeah, there was a lot of things they should have took out. They should have took out the weapons. They should have took out the vehicles. But otherwise, getting past that, when you didn't have to do that, the game was playable. Sonic Riders, it was an interesting game. I wouldn't say it's a Mario Kart killer, but it threw something in there it added something new to the table. I guess you could say that. Now, as far as my main problem was the whole, you had to sit back and refill your tank like it's NASCAR. No, that's not what I wanted. The game, aside from that, it was fine. I mean, the whole air drifting thing, grinding on people's airways, that was a great and innovative trick. I like that. Now, all they had to do was fix maybe a couple of the little glitches with the turning and stuff like that. I would have enjoyed it. I wanted to try zero gravity, but I'll probably try sometime. I don't know. But like I said, it's like the games had their problems, but I didn't bitch too much. If I enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. I will say, I'll go out there and say, yeah, those games had problems. They had their problems. But sitting there and bitching about the little things about certain of the games that were playable and stuff like that isn't gonna fix the fact. Isn't gonna fix the fact that stuff like you get
I get your point.
Gist. But we have to come to terms here. It's like Sega isn't trying anymore.
They're shelling out whatever they can to stay alive. That's the problem.
Honestly,
look. Sure, you're already over there at the Comic-Con convention. You saw what was being presented over there at the Sega section, all right?
Oh yeah.
You know what they have.
Right now, their last shining hope is freaking House of the Dead.
No.
That's their last shining hope, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean,
Sonic is fucking been dead.
I mean, when it comes to Sonic, it's like now they're just pulling ideas out of fanfiction.net.
Listen, know what it is? It's like no. Sonic is literally on his deathbed, and every time he flatlines, here comes Sega with that fucking EKG machine. No, you're not dead yet. You gotta make one more. You gotta make one more.
This is the thing. Freaking Sonic team has made it abundantly clear that they don't want to make any more Sonic games. At least not in the consistency that they're doing it now. There was a blog that even said that Sonic team is a relic of the past. At least what was good about it. The problem is that Sega just sees Sonic as nothing more than a cash cow. They're not seeing it as, hey, this guy's our mascot. Let's provide him with some quality shit.
You mean like they used to?
Like they used to. Now it's, let's throw a gimmick in there and hope it works. Now, Sonic Unleashed, I'm gonna say, from the little bit that I played, it was good. Now the whole Sonic, the whole werehog thing, a lot of people were turned off by that, and I can understand. I personally enjoyed it, but I can see why they were turned off by that, because I mean, they just see it as another gimmick. The same way I see, Mario using the flood, I see that as a gimmick. Not everyone's gonna see eye to eye, but I can understand where people are coming from with this. A lot of people should have said, for the platforming elements of the game, they should have used Knuckles. And hey, I wouldn't have minded that. They could have kept the daytime levels, and they could have had Knuckles do pretty much that. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. If you enjoyed the game, that's perfectly fine. If you didn't enjoy the game, Welcome to current Sonic games. I'm sorry to say that. And this is coming from a Sonic fan, man. This is coming from a Sonic fan. Right there from the original Sega Genesis all the way to where we're up to now.
I mean,
whatever.
I'm right there with you. I mean, when the battle first started between Sonic and Mario, I mean, I was always a Sonic fan. I owned a Sega before I owned a fucking, Super Nintendo.
And this is...
Yes, I was a Shadow fan.
This is the thing,
When
yo.
they
And
introduced
that's
Shadow,
another...
I can't lie, I was actually...
That's another thing. It's like, yo, it's like, back when it was just Mario and Sonic, it was fine. With the introduction of PlayStation, it offered something new to the table. That's perfectly fine. I don't mind that. I didn't mind that three-way. We had Mario, we had Sonic, we had Crash Bandicoot. They were good franchises.
What happened to Crash?
Look,
I think he's in rehab.
Yeah, Hollywood story.
He's in
Crash!
rehab. Crash is in rehab.
Look,
I think I know what happened to Crash. Crash, he was all big-headed from his success. He started doing drugs. And they sent his ass to rehab.
Well, what happened was, Naughty Dog said that, alright, let's move on to other projects. Why do you think Jak and Daxter was born? But obviously...
Weren't they also responsible for Spyro?
Yeah, and also, I think they did Spyro also. But then, Sony was like, no. We gotta put this up for business. We need more people making Crash games, because we see this as another way to make money. It's the same thing what they did with Sonic. Why do you think none of the Sonic games feel like Sonic games like they used to? At least as far as up until Sonic Heroes. I honestly think freaking Sonic Heroes was like the last purely Sega, delicious Sega game. But look at that, even that theme was fucking good, yo. Now it's like
the game's somewhere in my house. I don't play it, but I know it's somewhere in my house.
Like I said, it's like with Sonic. Now it's like, hey, let's take some ideas from some of the Sonic fans from DeviantArt. Now, I'm not saying,
Well, let's have Sonic have a new love interest.
Let's
get a new character, Sonic Recolor. Do not steal. Do not steal. Do not steal.
Look, I'm totally feeling that furry on a human action, alright?
Oh my god.
And Sonic put a motherfucking win, alright? Fuck it. I said it.
In the closet fur fag.
I said it. That's right. Which one?
Nothing wrong with fur faggotry, but yeah, but with his case, we have to make an exception. I mean, we accept all kinds, otakus, furries, and all this other stuff. We're perfectly fine with them. It's the nutcases like him. I'm just kidding. You guys are cool too. But like I said, it's like Sega's just using them as just another cash cow, and I guarantee you, Mario is gonna fall right into that category not too long, in the not too distant future. I can already see it. Miyamoto's already out of ideas. He's already said it himself. He's pretty much running on fumes. So Mario's gonna be right there with Sonic.
But you know what's sad though? Here's the thing. You would think it would be our job as this newest gen, those of us who love games, to be our job to make some of the greatest games ever and pick up and take from his former footsteps. But do you think we would do that? No. We follow right along at these home console makers who just want to turn it into another cash cow. And that's the problem.
You know what it is?
Instead of going, okay, Miyamoto's running on fumes, let's give him some good ideas. No. What are we doing? We're doing like the companies do it. We're spouting gimmicks at him like, yeah, put Sonic in a clown costume and have it, in his newest one, he has to wear a clown costume, and he turns invisible with it. Better yet, we're gonna have a new. We're gonna.
No. Here's an idea for the next Sonic game: Sonic versus aliens.
No.
Here's a new gimmick.
Sonic and the Xenomorph invasion.
No, we're gonna be like, no. We're gonna pick one up for the Donkey Kong series. We're gonna give him musical instruments so that we can unlock certain paths.
Oh, the next Sonic Underground.